At my audition, my last audition, I slightly cracked open my leg and thrusted my crotch at Alan.
I think that's the thing you should remember about if you want to be an actor.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
I don't know how this gonna go over.
I jumped through a lot of hoops. I auditioned originally for a different character, and then they called me back for this guy, and then it was almost like a month-long process where I was jumping through hoops, just sort of waiting around and not knowing what was going on. And I guess they narrowed it down to like 5 guys or 6 guys, and we had a chemistry read, meaning we all read with Nelson, and I won.
Do my death scene and then my waking up as a vampire scene, which was all kind of crazy. So I remember going into that room and lying on the floor and rolling around and eating my tears and screaming at the top of my lungs and just feeling kind of like a fool. But I guess it worked. So that's great.
I believe I was for the first audition, or at least part of that first round of audition. Yeah. And it's the usual thing. You go in, you try to do your best, and you don't really know, and you get this sort of call. I'm sure everyone remembers exactly where they were when they got that call. I still know where I was, and just standing in sort of my bare bones kind of bed-sitter apartment, and yeah, it's a really sort of auspicious moment, auspicious time, and now 5 years later, to think that little call has now transcended into this phenomenon is unstable. Good.
I think I had to do the Pick the Saber Bunch scene. I remember I was in New York, and I remember I brought in an apron and a rag, and I was really into it. I was dressing up for the part. And I remember I was pulling out of a Starbucks when I got the call, and I actually almost ran into somebody because I literally started crying because they were like, "Hey, you got the part," and I was like, "What?" And I just pulled back in and just kind of lost it because when you get what you love to do and what you dreamed about when you were a kid, it's amazing, and I never would have thought it would be as big as it is now. So I'm very thankful to you, Alan, for giving me the opportunity and for working with you guys. It's great.
A few times you get the opportunity to, your agent asks you to put yourself on tape, and it's the one time in a way that you get the chance to put across something without having to be in the room, and that nervousness of being in the room and doing it. And I read the script the night before, and as soon as I found out it was Alan, I put myself on tape the next morning, and then I just moved apartments, and I moved to this new place, and I put myself on tape, and I got home, I picked up my kids from school, and I got back to the house, and I'd been burglarized, as you guys say. And I realized very quickly that my computer and all my cameras and everything that I owned would have been gone. And, footage of the children growing up, all of that stuff. And I noticed some glass on the floor, and the kids hadn't really worked out what was going on, and I was trying to be strong for them. And I sat them down and I said, look, this is what's happened. This is, somebody's come into the house through the window and they've stolen everything. And my little boy ran into the bedroom and looked onto his bed. they didn't get Teddy. Come here! And I sort of slid down the wall, holding them both. I've got you two. And I got them to sleep. And literally, my manager rang and said they want to fly you to LA in the morning. And so it was a really interesting kind of thing from you know, those moments of low to incredibly high. And the next day I got there and I walked into Alan's office and I met Anna for the first time. And you know, it's been all right.